Hello there, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for being with me today. We're back in Tiny Zoo here in Planet Zoo, and today we're going to be building a leopard habitat. So in our last episode we built this one over here for our red crowned cranes, that's not right, red crowned cranes, that's the ones. And as you can see, they are loving life in this little water area over here, enjoying all the little fountains going on, which is cool. So that was last episode. So this episode we're moving over this way past the penguins and into this area here. So this is next to our California sea lions in here and the penguins here. So we have this this bit of space just here. So I've already put some new pathways in, connecting it up through this way. And the pathway at the moment, it's just hugging the edge of the California sea lions there and the penguins here, and eventually it will go in a big sort of loop around the outside of this new habitat. So let's have a look at our animal. Where are we? The I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Amur. I don't know. You tell me. Answers on a postcard. Anyway, it's a leopard, and it's a very endangered leopard. Where are they from? Russian Far East and China. That explains a lot, really, doesn't it? Unfortunately, China are well known for hunting animals like this for medicinal purposes, as they call it, even though it's medically and scientifically proven that it has no medicinal purposes at all. Anyway, that's enough of my strong opinions on this sort of thing. Unfortunately, these animals are critically endangered, and they are beautiful little leopards. So I'm very glad that they're into the game here now. So that's the animal, and this is where they're going to be. My plan was to do a fairly jungly atmosphere for them. I knew I wanted quite a nice rock formation, and I wanted to do some kind of a little stream or waterfall feature. So yeah, that was my rough aim going into it. Other than that, I was kind of making it up as I went along, as I usually do. I usually have a rough plan when I go into these things of what I want to try and do, but then things go differently usually as I go along. I come up with new ideas, or I try things and they don't work, and yeah, you know, generally I'm always very happy with the end result. It's just not always what I set out to do. But there we go. So anyway, let's take a look. I'll load up my next save point and we'll see how I got started. Right then, we have our leopards, and we have a bit of structure in as well. Let's see our little animals first, shall we? They're enjoying their water. Clearly they like to swim, and I love how they sit in the water as well. Actually, it's really cool. See, their bums go down when they're sort of treading water, just like a human. Right, so what do we have? We have Stefan, and we have Svetlana. Lovely names. So just a pair, I thought. It did say that they lived in pairs, so that's what I've gone for in here. So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a rock formation in the centre with a cave underneath, and so that they could climb up on top. So around the back of the cave here, I've kind of layered it in such a way that if we look at their traversable area, they can jump from rock to rock, and they can in fact get all the way up onto the top. They can also climb up the stream area if they wanted. So this is the other thing I wanted to do. I wanted to have a little artificial stream and waterfall section leading down into a small pond so that they could have a swim. I thought that would look really nice, and it does. I mean, it looks cool already, but it looks even better once I've decorated all. So we have the entrance to the little cave here, and then there's a second entrance leading out this way as well. So yeah, as a basic structure, that's pretty straightforward. The outside here, the barrier, I went with the in-game barriers, and the reason I've done that is because they're such good climbers that you really need the in-game ones to make the top here non-climbable, because it's very hard to make a good fencing structure which isn't climbable, because all the good pieces are climbable, and so you end up with them just being able to climb up the fence and escape. So I went with the in-game one. It looks really good, so I don't have an issue. I do like to customise fences wherever I can, but it's just not always that practical to do. So that's why I've gone with the in-game one. And it also needs to be very tall as well. which again, it's easier making small fences customized than big ones. The big ones can just look a little bit boring and silly, and I don't know, they don't work as well as doing sort of low down customized fences. But there we go, that's fine, it's cool. Yeah, I'm happy with how I got started here. The animals are clearly pretty happy as well. They are spending a lot of time in the water. They obviously do like to swim. So that's the basic shape of the habitat. Again, trying to keep it small. I don't want any of the habitats any bigger than this. It's a pretty sort of standard size for many of the other ones that I've done. And it is very hard coming up with new ideas for these habitats, but actually I've recently, I think, come up with some really interesting ideas for some of these habitats. That some of these new animals are kind of lending themselves to unique features within their habitats. So yeah, I mean, obviously with the cranes, I had the new shelter that used some of the new conservation pieces. With this one, I've got this nice cave structure, which isn't that original. I've done similar things before, but the next habitat that I do, which is I think over here, has something very unique in it, which I'd not done before. And in fact, the one after that and the one after that have all become very unique habitats, which is cool. But I'm getting way ahead of myself because I've built them, but I haven't done my commentaries on them yet. So yeah, let's focus on the leopards for now, shall we? So there we go. So that is our starting point, and obviously there's still an awful lot more to do. So let me load up my next point and we'll see what I did next. Right, so you can see I've done a load more rock work here around the little waterfall, just trying to make it all blend in and make it look realistic, even though obviously it's a big fake bit of rock. Also just put in a vent at the back here so it looks like the water is actually coming from somewhere, like it's being pumped out. So that was all pretty straightforward stuff. And the pathway I've put in comes around the back here, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. I didn't want it just to be a flat pathway, so I've done a little raised area here. I've lifted up the fence as well to match the movement of the path. So you've just got a gentle slope up each side, and I've filled in all the gaps underneath with the same sort of rock work as inside the habitat. I just wanted to do something different, you know, just flat boring paths are exactly that, flat and boring. So occasionally I just like to make these sort of raised areas. Just gives people a different vantage point, doesn't it? They're looking down onto the animals, and also if the animals are up on the rocks here, you're looking a bit more flatly at them rather than trying to crane your neck. Like if you were down here and the animals are up here, you don't get as good a view as if you came up to this height and looked across there at the animals up on the rocks. So yeah, it just adds a bit of variation, and you know, it makes it more interesting for me to build as well when I've got extra heights and things to play around with. So yeah, so there we go. So that's it's just a small update, that one, just to show you the last of the structure really. The pathway is obviously part of the structure of the habitat, as is the rock work. And so there we go. So that's your basic structure now done. Still a lot more detailing to do, of course. Enrichment items to get in, lots and lots of foliage, lots and lots of trees, bushes, flowers, you know, a bit of everything to go in here. More climbing frames as well, because in the end I decided I didn't just want them having to jump up onto these rocks, so I do actually put some fallen logs and things in here as well. So yeah, all sorts of things to show you. So that was just a shortcut there. So let me, oh yes, sorry, I've also put bedding under here, so they do actually come in here and sleep. Right, let's move on. Let's load up the next point. Right, so quite a lot of progress made, as you can see. I have been very busy with foliage in this cut. So let's start on the outside. I wanted it to be fairly overgrown even from the outside, so it really looks like you're looking into and through a jungle. So I went around the outside fencing here and just put down lots of different types of shrub, some low down, some a little bit taller, so you kind of have to peek through to search for the animals in there. Obviously I didn't want to completely block the view, but I just wanted it to really feel like there was a barrier between you and the animals. So that goes all the way around the outside. Just a really nice selection of different shrubs. And then inside, general decoration, as is my thing. You know how I do these things. So the rocks, again, just a few shrubs here and there dotted around. You've got ones like this, this thing here, kind of sunk into the rocks. Some of my favourite ferns, of course. You've got a couple of bigger things. You've got a couple of these bushes up on top. What are these ones? The manzanita bush. So you've got a couple of those up on top. I just wanted to add a little bit of height, not too much. I didn't want it to look over the top. So obviously no trees in here yet, but that will come, I'm pretty sure. I can't actually remember, but I'm pretty sure. The waterfall area here, I didn't want to obviously block it completely, but I didn't want it to be completely exposed either. So I went with one of these lovely big arrowwood bushes. Is it an arrowwood? I always get that wrong. I was right. Arrowwood bush, yes. So one of those over the top there. I mean, it's completely covering up the source of the water, the vent that I put in here, but it's still there. We know it's there. That's what matters. So yeah, that's covering that up, making it all sort of look a bit more overgrown and natural. And then just more of the same. So these are all the same shrubs that I've used around the outside. Just sprinkled around. The cave, I put, oh look, sleeping leopards. They're so cute, aren't they? You just want to give them a cuddle. I wouldn't know. It's likely to scratch your eyes out. So around the cave, I put some vines hanging down in the doorways here. A bit of a vine there, and then I think I did the same over in this entranceway here. Yep. So you've got some more vines hanging down, and another nice big one hanging over here by the wall. And then yeah, just continue the theme around the back with all the bushes all blended together. You can see the leopards walking around in amongst all the bushes, which is cool. And then, like I said, I put some of these posts. So these are climbable posts, and I've put them in such a way that it just looks quite natural. They're just leaning against the rocks in different places here, and it's just done to suggest that it's just making it a little bit easier for the animals to climb up onto the rocks. And I think they look really good, actually. This is exactly the sort of thing you do see in zoos. You know, they give the option to the animal, basically, so they can choose to jump straight from the ground and up onto the rocks if they want, or they can do a little bit of climbing if they want. It's always good to give them options. So at this point they don't really go up onto the top because there's nothing up there for them. I could put bedding up there and that would encourage them, but in the end I actually put some enrichment up there, and that just gives them you know, an excuse to go climbing up there. So I made sure I left some open areas because there were some fairly large enrichment items for these animals. So I wanted to make sure I got those in before I do any tree work. I actually can't remember what or if I put trees in this habitat. I really can't. We'll find out, I guess, right now. Let's load it up, shall we? Let's load up the next point and have a look. But this... yeah, this is looking really good. I love the foliage. I had a lot of fun with the foliage actually in this one. I think I did quite a good job. I think it looks really, really nice. It looks nice and natural, which is what I wanted. I wasn't going with a theme. That's something I don't do much, I'll be honest. I don't really theme the foliage that much. I just go with what I think looks good. And in this case, it was lots of greens. I didn't want lots of flowers in here. I just wanted lots of different types of green. So that's pretty much what I've gone for. There's always the odd bit of colour. You've got the little turkey bushes here, and you've got the creosote bush as well, and even the little bearberry ones. I think this is on here. Oh look, they do go up on the rocks, you see. And don't they look great when they go up there? I think it actually just climbed on that tree, didn't it? Not sure. But yeah, they look great when they prowl around up on the rocks. How do we think he's going to get down? You see, look. Wow, blimey. Jesus, that was a big jump. Maybe a little bit unrealistic, that one. Jumping from up there to down there. Oh look, he's going to go back up again now. Is he going to do a miracle jump? Where's he going? Oh, he's going onto the log. And now he's going to... See, look at that. He's climbing the log. That's what it's there for. Look, he's climbing over there as well. And now they're going to jump. Or... Oh, no. Oh, look, he's gone up one log and down the other. And this dude just sank to the ground. Yeah, pathfinding can be a bit dodgy when you do this sort of thing, but I think you can forgive them that. I mean, it looks so good, and it does generally work. I mean, that guy there, you saw him, he clearly walked up that one, and then he walked down that one. So it is really, really good. You really can't complain when you get the odd glitch graphically of them not walking properly on items. It's a miracle, really, that they can do pathfinding at all when you're randomly placing items down. So yeah, certainly I'm not complaining about that at all. But anyway, there we go. So let's load up. I think probably just one more save point actually for this one, so maybe quite a short episode. This one did come together quite quickly, and again I kind of got carried away and did an awful lot between the last cut and this one, where I could have easily done sort of a double cut there. But there we go, it doesn't matter, we get there in the end, and everything gets explained. So yeah, it's all good. Right, let's load up the next and possibly last save point. We have trees, people. Oh yes, we definitely have some trees in this habitat. I knew I'd put some in, I just couldn't remember. So what do we have? We have, what is this one? Oh look, they're all combined. We have the bald cypress trees. Yeah, I think this is quite a recent addition to the game. I really like these actually. I've used these a few times. I love the trunks. I love how wide the trunks get at the bottom, and I like that you get to see quite a lot of trunk before all the foliage starts at the top. So yeah, quite a big fan of those ones. Then we have the doom palm. I love the name of that, doom palm. Very cool. What do we have here? Oh, that's another bald cypress. Then we have another doom palm. Is this another cypress? Yes, it is. And then these are the large doom palms. So I've used this one here. In fact, I've doubled up here. You can see it's the same one, and I've duplicated it around to create one with even more stalks. I thought that looked pretty cool actually, having it sort of doubled up. So that's in the gap in the pathway here, and then at the bottom here, this is a new item as well. I'm not sure. I think this came in the new pack, the conservation pack. I think. I could be wrong, but I think that was when this one came in. The common saltwort, and it's just something a bit different. You know, I'm always up for trying out new things. So that's sort of, I've left a little bit of a gap there actually. I need filling in. But yeah, I don't mind using stuff like this to fill these little gaps. It's just something a bit different each time. Otherwise, these little triangles between the pathways can always end up looking the same. So I'm always going to try and find a different type of plant or whatever to fill those gaps in. What did I do on this one over here? Yeah, so the same over here. So again, it's one of these large doom palms with the bottom with this same grass around the bottom. And then inside the habitat, so those are the trees. I think some of the trees are climbable actually. Let me just double check the traversable area here with, oh no, not that. Let's try and actually click on the animal. Okay, I can't. There we go. Are they climbable? Apparently the vines are climbable. I find that a bit strange, but it's kind of cool. I can't imagine the leopard actually climbing on it. Yes, look, there are the green lines up in some of these trees here. Certainly this one here, yeah, this one here as well. So it does look like the animals can actually do a bit of climbing in these trees. Hopefully not that one, because otherwise they could jump out. Yeah, they can't get to that one, luckily. Whew, that's a piece of luck. Yeah, otherwise they might well be able to escape there. Although actually, look, they can climb on this one. They can climb on these branches here and then just jump down. Let's hope they don't do that. Yeah, anyway, there we go. So they can do a bit of tree climbing if they want to. Now, one thing I did in here, which does change later on actually, is I put the blood pumpkin up on the top here. As well as one of the little blood scent markers there. Unfortunately, the staff can't get to it. I didn't realise that at the time. I thought the staff could get up here. So that blood pumpkin does swap round with one of the other enrichment items. But speaking of enrichment, where are they? What have we got? We've got a large scratching post here. Oh yes, actually I put some of these in as well. I love these. These are amazing things, the Ponytail Palms. So there's a few of those dotted around as well. I just love them. I wanted just a few of them around the outside. They just add a little bit more of a foresty feel, a little bit more height as well. So there's several of those just dotted around the areas. You can see that actually the more I look, the more there is. There's quite a few of them because I just love them. I just think they look amazing. So anyway, yeah, so we've got a scratching post there. We've got a feeder here. Put in such a way that you can see it from up in this raised viewing area here, and you can also see it quite nicely from around here as well. We have something over here. What is this? a block of ice. We've got a little scent pack there. We've got a cardboard box for them to play around with. We've got another feeder thing there. We've got a little scratching post there. We've got a block of ice there. Oh look, there's our leopard having a little lick of his block of ice. That's a massive, massive block of ice. That's going to take a lot of licking, isn't it? Oh, doesn't he look cute? Hello, Mr. Leopard. Or possibly Mrs. Leopard. It's Mrs. Leopard. I do apologise. Ah! she just ran at my face. Oh, is she going to go and have a rub now as well? Or maybe not. Oh, is she? Are you going to have a rub? Is it a rubbing one? I can't remember. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, hello. I've not seen them climb on that before. Wow, look at that. Oh, and she's having a good rub. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I've not seen them do that before. And that's a new animation. That's brilliant. Oh, I'm glad I spotted that. Oh, it's made my day, that has. Brilliant. Anyway, let's continue. We have another cardboard box over here. And another little feeding thing. What is this? Is a pinata pronghorn? Of course it is, yeah. So they've got all their enrichment items put around, which is cool. And, oh look, he's up there on his rocks. I assume this is him, yes. Stefan. And he's just done another monster jump. Actually, that wasn't so bad, that one. That's a bit more realistic. Is he going to jump again? Where's he going? Go on, Stefan. You can do it. You can jump. Oh, look, they're looking at each other. Where's he going? Oh, he's going to moonwalk down. No, he's actually walking properly down there, just about. That was good. Little bit glitchy at the bottom there, but yeah, he made it pretty well. That wasn't too bad, was it? Yeah, so that's that basically. Habitat done. Oh yes, and a couple of these little picture frames here with the information. You've got one there. Oh, I put some benches along here as well, so people can sit down and watch the animals. You've got another information board there, and I think I put one on the raised area. Yes, over here as well. And I think that is the habitat finished. So there we go. That is our Amur Leopard habitat done. I'm really pleased with this one. I had a lot of fun with it. Lots of fun with the foliage. I think my favourite aspect of all of this actually are these logs. I just think they look really nice and natural. So yeah, I think they just blended in. I was a bit worried when I put them in that they wouldn't look good. But actually I think they do. I think they do look really nice and natural, and they certainly help the animals. So yeah, very pleased with this habitat. It was a good fun one to build, and lovely animals as well, so that's always a bonus. So there we go. Let me know what you think. If you've enjoyed the episode, then please hit the like button for me. I would really appreciate that. And hopefully you can join me again very soon. Our next episode, I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the next episode is over here. And it's in this space here, and it's the new horses. I can't remember what they're called, and I can't pronounce it even if I could remember. I think it starts with a P. Yeah, I mean, how do you pronounce that? Przewalski, maybe? Anyway, it's these lovely horses. Look at them, they're lovely looking creatures. So yeah, so I built a very fun habitat over here, almost like a farmyard type habitat actually, with a little sort of meet the horses area, and it's actually got a little cafe attached to it as well. So I had a lot of fun with that. So join me in the next episode if you want to have a look at what I've done for them. But for now, let's say goodbye to our leopards, wherever they are. Where are they? I bet they're sleeping. Are they sleeping? Oh, just getting ready for sleeping. Or one of them is anyway. I don't know where the other one is. Anyway, goodbye leopards, and goodbye to you. So thank you very much. Oh look, he's having a swim. That's where the other one is. Thank you very much for being with me. I do hope to see you soon. Until then, take care. Bye for now.